Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tanya. Today we have something a little different. It's not a typical yoga class, it is a routine. So it's a routine that can be incorporated in any of your other workouts or in any of other yoga flows that you're doing. And it is a routine to develop strength in your upper body, in your hands specifically, and your core, so you are able to progress into arm balancing and inversions with yoga practice. So if you're looking just to strengthen your upper body or to actually move further in your yoga classes, your yoga practice, this is routine for you. So as it's routine, we're not going to start with meditation or finish in Shavasana. It's just going to be kind of set of movements that will develop strength specifically in your body for arm balances. Okay, to start with, just find any sit position. And we're going to warm up the wrists. So make a fist with your hands and start making circles in one direction. And then change direction of your circle. So we're going to be doing a lot of planks today. So really want to warm up our hands. So we're not overstretching. Now let's place our palms down so your fingertips are facing your body and press your palms all the way down. So if this is too intense, you can lift your hips off the ground and then slowly start moving them back and see where you can hold the stretch. You don't want it to be too intense either. We're just starting our practice. And breathe. Now let's move the hands so your fingertips are facing outside and you can swing a little to the left and to the right here. Now let's place our hands down so your palms are facing up, fingertips towards yourself. Press the hands down. So stretching the area, the muscles below our elbows, in our forearms, and breathe. Okay, now let's shake your hands here. So we're going to start with, let's explain something in like when we are in arm balances and whenever our hands are on the floor in yoga, that means that's your foundation. So your hands become your feet. So you really want to have stable and correct alignment and strength to get in your foundation so you're able to work upwards into your body. So what does it mean? In yoga that's called Hasta Bandha, something we activate when we press our palms down. So I mentioned that a lot in my classes. So when you press your palms down, naturally what happens when you just press them down, what happens, all of your weight ends up in the heel of your palm and your fingertips are not activated. So you want to have all of your palm activated. So you're gripping your fingertips. So you're spreading the weight from the heel of the palm all the way into all fingertips. And as you do so, you can almost feel that the inside, the center of your palm lifts up, like the little arch. So that means that your Hasta Bandha is activating. It's like you're glued to the surface. So there's no way someone can push you away from your mat now, like you are glued to that surface. So that's what's called Hasta Bandha in yoga. So you want to have that all the time, whenever your hands are on the ground, whenever you're doing any pose, this is what you're looking for. So that's the foundation, and from there you can work upwards. So let's stand in our all fours. We're going to start with a little cat and cow, just to kind of bring the awareness into this Hasta Bandha and to see what's happening with the hands. So just start breathing. Inhale, arch the spine, exhale, round the spine. And let's move in our rhythm. So all the time your Hasta Bandha is activating. So see how it feels. So when your palms are in correct position, you can almost feel how the strength starts to come up into your hands all the way to your shoulders. So all of your hand is activated now. Okay, so next time you come into cat position with your spine rounded, hold here, continue breathing. Now let's notice something. Your shoulder blades are separated. You're curling in, your hips are slightly moving towards the center, and your lower belly is activated. So lift your belly up towards the spine, like you want to glue your belly towards your spine. So this is a position with many arm balances. So this is your base. So your Hasta Bandha is activated, your hands are activated, and your belly is working hard, your abs. Okay, release into cow, stretch. Exhale, center. Now sit back, just shake it out a little bit. So that's one foundation. Now we're going to do some abs from here. Then we're going to move to second foundation, which is our Chaturanga. Okay, all fours. Find your Hasta Bandha, look to the front. Inhale, stretch your left foot back, your right hand forward. So it's different leg and hand. Diagonal stretching. Now draw the belly in, activate the core. As you exhale, draw into the center, elbow to your knee. Now lift the knee as high as you can, round the spine and find engagement in your core. Inhale, stretch, extend. Exhale, curl in. Activate the core. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, curl in. And again. And more. One more. Exhale, hold it there, squeeze in. And release down into all fours. Let's do the other side. Now extend your right foot, your left hand. Engage the core, lift the belly in. Next exhale, squeeze into the center, activate the core. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. Inhale, open. And again. Really work through the core here. And one more. Extend, exhale. Release, sit back. Let's shake the hands here a little bit. Okay, let's move into plank position. If this is too hard at any point, you can always lower down onto your knees. Okay, activate the Hasta Bandha once again. Spread the weight into your fingertips. Now let's move our shoulder blades together and apart. So first round the back, shoulder blades apart, and then move the shoulder blades together. Drop the chest down. And again, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And again. And release. Sit back, extend the hands forward into child's pose to stretch the shoulders, to stretch the hands. Now we're going to move to our second very important thing in all arm balances is your Chaturanga hands. So in Bakasana, crow pose, and many other, well, almost all of them, you're kind of looking for this position, like the Chaturanga, the hands. So you're looking to the front, elbows up to 90 degrees, strengthen your hands, Hasta Bandha activated, and you lift up. So first, you need to really overcome Chaturanga position. So our forward limbed. So you want to be able to comfortably stay in your Chaturanga for 2 or 3 breaths. So you really, if you're doing a Vinyasa flow classes, you want to start really incorporating Chaturanga in your Vinyasas, like the really correct alignment in Chaturanga. So you can, in every class, work through that strength, build that muscle memory, so you're able to easily go into your arm balances. So how to practice that? So we're going to start with our knees on the floor. Come to plank position. Now from here, we're going to move the shoulders forward slightly, bend the elbows, go to your Chaturanga push-up up to 90 degrees, not over. So we're stopping here and extend. Again, exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. And again, continue doing these push-ups. So it's really important not to go over 90 degrees. Try to find the Hasta Bandha as well. As you go down, spread the weight into your fingertips. Lift up. And again. And again. Breathe and take a break whenever you need it. And one more. Hold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, child's pose. Stretch the shoulders. So more advanced version of this to actually go in full chaturanga with your knees off the floor. So we're going to try that a few times. If it's too much, you can repeat the same thing with your knees down. And stretch those hands, stretch the shoulders. And a little bit shake your hands. You really want to release any tension that's building up in your wrists. And let's come to our plank position. So it's your choice, either you're on your knees or you're in the full plank. Let's try full chaturanga from here. Move the shoulders slightly forward, bend the elbows, exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. And again. And again. Exhale, down dog, pause. Take a few breaths. And then move forward into plank. Let's repeat a few more times. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down dog. Let's lower our knees down into child's pose. Take your hands behind onto your heels. Lower the forehead down to the ground. Okay, now that was all about building strength in your hands. Now we're going to combine a little strength in your hands plus the core activation. Let's come into our down dog. Something very common in yoga classes that you can add on into your every vinyasa you're practicing to build a strength would be the following movements. As you inhale, lift your right foot up. Just stretch it away. And then as you exhale, come to plank, moving your right knee to your right elbow and hold it there. So as high as you can get. Round the elbows, separate the shoulder blades, find Hasta Bandha, draw the belly in. So those are your checkpoints. And then inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, right knee to the left elbow. Hold it there. Go through your checkpoints. Hasta Bandha, shoulder blades separated. Draw the core in. Inhale, extend, and exhale to the center. Hold it there. Gorgeous. Let's step the foot forward. Inhale into high lunge. Extend the hands overhead to stretch the belly muscles here. Stretch your hands. And exhale, lower the hands down. Step it back, down dog. I'll do the same on the other side. If you need a pause, come down to your child's pose and then come back whenever you're ready. On the next inhale, lift your left foot up. Exhale, left knee to the left elbow, hold it there. Draw the belly in, separate the shoulder blades, and find Hasta Bandha. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Go through your 3 checkpoints. Breathe. And inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, knee to the center. Awesome. Let's step the foot forward and stretch the abs. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands down, step it back, down dog, come down onto your knees, and relax your hips onto your heels into child's pose. Okay, let's come up. That was a very quick rest. Few breaths. If you need more, just pause the video. Now let's go into our Navasana. Let's work a bit on our core. Navasana or boat pose. So balance on your sitting bones. So your spine is straight, flat, chest is open, and lift your heels off the ground. Hands by your side. So core is engaged. Spine is straight. Breathe through the pose. And on next exhale, cross your feet in front. Place your hands somewhere between your hips and your feet and lift your hips off the ground and hold. So again, your Hasta Bandha is activated, you're rounding through your chest and drawing the belly in. Exhale, release, find Navasana, boat pose once again. And again, cross the shins, maybe this time another shin on the top, plant your hands down and lift your hips off the ground, hold. And release, Navasana, last round. One more breath here. And exhale, cross the shins, hands on the floor, lift the hips. Awesome. Inhale, release. Let's lay down on the floor. Extend the hands over your head. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now let's hug your knees into your chest. Sway from side to side. And then plant your hands behind your knees. Start moving, rocking forward and back. We're going to transition from here into plank position. So roll forward, cross the shins, plant your hands down, step it back. Plank pose. Let's lower down on our knees. Come down onto your belly. We're just going to stretch here a little bit for the end of the class. Now as you inhale, find your cobra. Hold it there, lift your knees off the ground, relax your shoulders down, breathe. And release. Now, place your hands, interlace the fingers behind your back, extend the elbows, and as you inhale, lift. Lift your hands, lift your chest, lift your knees off the ground, feet are still on the floor. And release. Now let's move from here into sitting. Place your hands behind you to stretch the shoulders after all the plank poses. This is a reverse plank pose. Point your toes as you inhale, lift your hips off the ground. Try to move the shoulders back and to connect the shoulder blades on your back. Work towards that. It's not really accessible from here. Just feel the nice stretch in the front of your shoulders. And release it down. And once again, shake your hands. And that's it for today. This is the end of our routine. So it's really, as you've noticed, a lot of strength in your hands and a bit of strength in your core. You can always add on more abdominal exercises, like anything, just like the leg lifts on the floor. And you can incorporate it in anything else you're doing, and by time you will develop great strength in your hands that will allow you to progress in your yoga practice. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please don't forget to click the subscribe button below this video. And I hope I'll see you again on my classes. Namaste.